I kept the A12.
So this is the engine that would have came in from factory?
Yeah, this is faggot.
So this is an SR20 DE out of a NAS15. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hello, what's happening? It's a relatively nice sunny Sunday, bank holiday August. With sunnies. We have two pretty cool cars that have come down. Two, I guess they're not cars, kind of cars. They're incredibly rare here in Ireland, and you could probably spend a whole year going without seeing one. Darren here was nice enough to cruise down from Wexford and give us a look. He bought it a couple of years ago. How long have you been building it?
About 3 years now.
Right, yeah, cool.
Getting a SR20 out of a S15 Sylvia.
Right.
NA.
Yeah, you decided to go NA.
NA, yeah, I decided to keep it NA.
You've put air in the front of this.
Yeah, I put air in the front. Structure of a Mark 7 Golf.
Right.
Mark 6 or Mark 7 Golf.
Air in Ireland is quite common in like VWs and stuff, and you can't get parts for these things really. Like anything you'd have to source in Japan, so you kind of just made use of whatever was local, and it worked.
Yeah,
done the trick. So you source these mudguards and the front lip from your man that makes the Hakasuka front end for these.
Yeah, Online Racing in Japan makes the
Okay.
kit for 'em.
What year did they make them from?
I think it was 76 maybe.
76 to
70s to 93.
93.
Yeah.
So these wheels, you bought these and split them. This is actually the rear of, these are like a Volk mesh, and that's the rear of a Volk mesh, and the other side's a rear as well, so it was like 4 wheels to make.
That's pretty much a full set of wheels just on the back.
These like have a lovely step to them coming out, so it actually looks really, really cool.
You can't really tell the difference.
Nah, and the black with the meshes, like it's such a cool look, man. It looks fucking badass. Did you do the inside as well then?
Yeah, so I had the carpets, everything over, all
Right.
the floors, everything was painted.
This is all the standard interior then, isn't it?
Standard seats.
Yeah,
They're clean
it's
enough,
quite
so-
classy for a little work truck, you know what I mean? Like obviously this one's in good condition. A lot of them in Japan are pretty beat up because they're actually used as a work vehicle. Nice little, is that a little Momo wheel in it then?
Yes, that's a Momo Super Indy.
Okay, and then
Just kind of an eBay thing.
it looks really nice though, just simple little touches. And then you don't really need to do much else then because the gauge cluster is lovely in them.
Yeah, there's a Mori rev gauge.
Oh, I didn't even see that, yeah. So this is an SR20 DE out of a NAS15 Spec S. So these engines are quite undesirable in Ireland because it's just an NA version. They're kind of grey and everything else. Like when people retrofit these into other cars, it's just kind of a cool thing because it's definitely a nice bit of balanced power for this chassis. Like,
I was a bit worried at the start of the time we had to cut out the
Yeah.
firewall and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Took out the battery and things like that, put that into the back.
what did you do manifold wise? Is it?
That's just a standard manifold.
Okay.
And then I got, there's
Yeah.
I think a 3-inch custom exhaust straight back from the manifold.
Deadly.
For the
It looks a home, and it looks like an engine that should have came in it. Like, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It really doesn't look out of place at all in there. Like if I had no idea about these, I'd just be like, oh cool, that looks like it.
There's plenty of room for a turbo there.
Yeah. Did you have to modify the tunnels? Do you have an SR gearbox in this then, and you had to do a custom prop shaft as well?
There's a SR 5-speed gearbox. in
Okay,
it,
yeah.
So the tunnel, everything had to be cut out.
Okay then.
Widened.
Yeah.
The gear stick comes back a little bit further.
Yeah. Okay. So it used to be further up. Yeah. And then there's a custom prop then as well, is there?
Custom prop shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that done as well.
It's going to be a little bit windy on this mic. There's nothing we can do about it. Irish weather is fucking chopping and changing. Not only do you just never see one of these. They're pretty rare. Like you said, there's probably 5 that are known in Ireland. Maybe less. Who knows?
Who knows? It could be more.
But there could be more as well. But there's not one, but there's 2 here today, which is pretty amazing. And this one is different to this one as it is a long body. How much longer? It's like 2 foot longer, maybe.
It's only a foot.
Oh, it's only a foot. Jeez, it looks way longer. What year is your one?
It's 93.
Oh, 93 as well. So both of them are the last year that they ran these in Japan. Apparently they kept making them till about 2007 in South Africa.
When I got it first, like
Yeah.
the guy obviously sold it to me,
Yeah,
and he told me it was all original, and I was like, yeah, it's just fucking sales,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I spent 4 months looking, and they are known for rot. They were very hard to
Yeah.
fucking find one that was somewhat decent. So I was like, do I really want to go wait another 6 months before I get another one if I sold this? So I was like, fuck it, it's only metal. took out the grinder, started to cut, and that was it. Just go.
The presence it has is just incredible. Like, you know, they are a cool yoke to see standard with a stock body and stuff, but like they just look so meaty and interesting when they have arches on them and little fat wheels. And so you were living in the States, you bought this, sent it back to Ireland, and then it was sitting at home for a year.
A year before I came home.
But yeah, the front ends on it, man, are absolutely gorgeous. It's so humble and simple looking. Did you get the same front lip as him as well, or what is
No, so the front lip on this is actually what was on this. So I don't know where it came from.
Okay, so it came in with this front lip on it. Right, cool.
No, and then I modified it to suit the arches
Right.
because I had to widen it.
Right, savage. Oh yeah, because it has to come back up around and pinch here. Yeah. And then the wheels, a lot of people will think these are 3-piece Hayashi wheels, but they're actually not a 3-piece Hayashi wheel.
No.
They are Keystone Target Racing TR02. So the lads, did they go to you and then back to Pine?
No. He bought them in. So I sent him a deposit.
Yeah.
And then he bought them on Yahoo Auctions.
Right then, cool.
He shipped them up. He didn't care. He says if I bought them or not, they'll sell.
Yeah.
So he shipped them back down to him. He rebarreled them and then shipped them to Ireland.
Right then. Yeah, they look great. What's the sizes then?
So the fronts are 14 8.5.
Yeah.
Minus 17. Rears then are 14 9.5 minus 29.
Right. It's great to have two of them here to compare and contrast. Both looks are equally as cool and as appealing. And then I can see different things, like he's got a different rear light. Is that like a different...
His is factory with an aftermarket.
Okay, with a clear top on it, yeah. He's gone for the normal truck bed, and you said you were going to go for timber, but then you decided then...
Well, what happened was my wife decided she was going to do artificial grass.
Right.
So I said to her, have fun, and I love it.
And the net is there as pure function because of the fact that you drive it all the time.
I actually
and
use it, yeah. I use this truck, so when I have stuff in the back, instead of stuff flying out in the streets or whatever, the net kind of holds it, you know. The radio is over in Japan or AM.
Yeah.
Yeah, not FM, so kept it because it just looks right.
Yeah. And them seats, do they make them seats your man, or is it like...
Yeah, Michi from 09 Racing made
Wow, savage.
And then the harnesses, I actually bought them over in Japan.
Okay.
In the US and brought them home with me.
Yeah. They're so simple inside, aren't they? Like, Jesus, there's not
Everything about it is simple.
not a whole lot going on in them. Like,
I kept the A12.
so this is the engine that would have came in from factory.
Yeah, this is factory. The only mod really in it is the air filter. It's from a VW
Right.
Beetle.
Yeah, and just a little breather then on the back.
Yeah. Took out the charcoal filter, relocated the battery, removed the AC, and then a lot of wires and stupid stuff that it doesn't need.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, simple.
Nice and simple. They are quite a big L engine bay. You can see where he squares an SR into his, like, and it looks at home, like. Obviously, you were going to get rid of it. Now you're going to keep it.
I had lots of different plans. The one thing I was going to do was I was going to go with 13B.
Right.
Since driving it the last 2 years, it's reliable, it works.
It's after charming you to the point of just keeping it the way it is. It's so nice to see two that have come here that are really, really well put together. And both of them are just as cool as each other and just different little tastes and variations. But that's what I enjoy about cars. Everyone is different, so everyone's going to do a different spin on the same type of car, and I love that. Doesn't sound like a German car at all. It's a lovely a lovely noise.
Yeah.
It's your old manifold from scratch yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll never do it ever again.
Never again. It was the most terrible thing ever.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Look at them scratch like. First time you've ever done it and the last time you'll ever do it.
Gold tape did take me a while, lads,
Now you can bap it like an old twin cam, lad.
Nah, make it quiet.
What's that?
Make it quiet.
Okay, well it sounds good anyway. First spin out on the road. How's it feel to be driving your car as a normal vehicle?
It's definitely not fucking normal.
Not one bit normal, it's an absolute cunt. I like the sound of the brakes. Oh Jesus Christ. Practicality. What? Scared the shit out of you.
I'm sweating.
How many years? 3 years?
2.5.
2.5 years. To do this?
Yeah.
To sit in and go for food. Build a race car to go get food.
All I can hear is...
Yeah, I don't think you can hear anything we're saying. Maybe. Tax and tested road going drift car. It shouldn't be on the road at all.
Oh, it should.
Sorry, should be on the road. That's the diff backlash. Christ. Flip can't drive the shit out of it right now because he's running in the engine. So it stays under 4,000 RPM. No rings, lad, and no revving.
No revving.
None.
No boost.
No boost. Very useful. Excellent mirrors. Welcome to normality.
Normal traffic. I can't think about stuff. I'm thinking of this.
Just have to think of everything.
Is my fuel very low now?
Just hear. It's very loud in here. Wow. So the last time this was a functional gauge was in my 8.6. Now it's here. It feels so intense, but we're just going in to buy some chips.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going 100 miles an hour. It's the hardest thing to do ever, man.
Is it everything you've never wanted and more?
It is, I love it, but I fucking hate it at the same time.
How's it from behind there? Just burny eyes. It's very it's absolutely intense, like.
Yeah, and then when you stop at the roundabout, it's still bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. It's very, very ignorant.
Absolutely class.
Oh my God! It's like that scene in Initial D where the boys, one guy goes against the other guy.
It's rare, like now fucking nobody has.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it looks very nice. Yeah, it must be pretty funny driving behind this.
Yeah, it's fucking class.
'Cause you're just
Absolutely
getting-
fucking crazy.
Not only the presents, but you're just being completely fumigated by fucking boom, 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 boom. But what's funny is this looks like a fatter version of this. You know what I mean? They have very like similar, like with the
Yeah,
pop-ups and
Yeah, it's true.
both of them have the forward slope and Porsche kind of design B pillar. it's on, you know what I mean? It's less exaggerated on that, but it's, you know, they kind of like, your man took inspiration from the Porsche to build that, and then this is obviously a complete rip-off of a Porsche 924 or whatever. So 944, yeah. Oh, jeez. There's an electric car charging here, and then we are definitely
3 miles to the gallon.
3 miles to the gallon, absolutely polluting the place. There he is. Oh,